Horns up and welcome to the second episode of my Headbangers Kitchen travel vlogs. I'm still taking you through my trip of Vietnam. On the first episode we went through Ho Chi Minh City, that is the first stop on our trip. So today I'm going to talk you through the second leg of my trip, which was Hoi An and also An Bang. An Bang is a beach 6 kilometers away from Hoi An. We flew into Da Nang airport, which is a 45-minute drive from Hoi An. And we pre-booked a car through the hotel, so it was a 45-minute drive, almost about 30 kilometers, and we paid about $18 for that drive, but it was safe and comfortable. I don't think there's Uber here. And while going back, we actually took a slightly cheaper ride, which was a local cab, but again it was booked with the help of our hotel. So the travel was pretty easy, sorted out, no hassles, and it was good. So we stayed in Hoi An for 2 nights and then we went to An Bang for another 2 nights in a different hotel. Now we stayed for 2 nights in Hoi An Holiday Villa and then we moved for 2 nights to An Bang, to a place called An Bang Hideaway. In hindsight, we could have just stayed all 4 nights at the Hoi An Holiday Villa and just gone to the beach and come back during the day. But let me talk to you a little bit about the hotels. So the Hoi An Holiday Villa was amazing. It was a super place, beautiful rooms, a pool there and lovely place, and the staff was fantastic. We had breakfast every morning included. It was a menu breakfast, not a buffet. Super helpful and awesome staff. Even though we weren't staying with them for the last 2 nights, they actually helped us book a cab to get our flight on the last morning. So full marks to them. In fact, a 5-star rating if I had to give them one. Absolutely superb place. Definitely stay there if you go there. Now the An Bang Hideaway was actually highly recommended by a friend. Apparently there are 3 properties, and if you're lucky you get the good property, which is right on the beach. We didn't get the best property, so we were not really happy with the place. The price was pretty much the same at $30, and it was just being built, so it was a little bare. I don't know, I guess after staying at such a great hotel, it was a bit of a contrast. I mean, it wasn't a problem or wasn't bad, but I don't know if I would stay there again. I'd go to the Holiday Villa and stay there. And at both places they give you bicycles that you can take out, and these are for free, no rent on them, and you can sort of use that to travel around the city. Now we as usual don't do too much sightseeing, but I did cycle around a bit aimlessly and look around for things. There's basically a place called Old Town, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is a great place to go and look around and shop and eat. It's fantastic. It's a great, and we spend most of our time there. Now Dipti and me aren't really beach people, so we don't know what to do at the beach. We don't really swim or anything, so but we just walked around, we saw the place. It was nice, not bad. Again, like I said, I think you could just take a day trip to the beach from Hoi An and visit An Bang, and there are another couple of beaches, but we didn't visit any of those. Now one thing I will mention is Hoi An is very well known for its bespoke tailoring. You can basically show them anything that you want and they will make it for you in like 2 to 3 days. In fact, a couple of the people we met on one of the food tours were telling us how they got some suits made, some shoes made, and it was all done quick and so cheap. They were from Australia and they said the prices were like incredible. It was a steal for them. So that's definitely something to check out if you are into clothes and all. I just wear black t-shirts, so for me anyway, let's talk about the food now, because that's what we're here for. So the first place I'm going to recommend to you guys is called Miss Lee's. It is where Dipti had her first taste of khao lao, and I decided to have some pork spring rolls and a nice cafe suada. That's the cold coffee, the cold Vietnamese coffee. Now honestly, the spring rolls were, well, spring rolls, but the khao lao, oh, that was pretty damn impressive. So they make these noodles, and I believe these are special noodles which you only get in Hoi An because of the water there, and it's got pork in it and it's got some crackling on top. It is an incredible dish. It is probably the dish that you need to eat when you are there. Now Miss Lee's is located in the Old Town area, and another restaurant that you must try and which we went to twice was called Morning Glory. In fact, they are so popular, they have 2 restaurants bang opposite each other. So when we were there, we ate a number of things. If I recall, the first thing we ate was a khom ga, which is chicken rice, which is the street food in Hoi An, and it is my like go-to dish over there if I ever return. Like com ga. That's all I was saying, and that's all I was looking for in Vietnam when I was there. We also tried these white rose dumplings, very delicious. We also tried ban seo, which is these pancakes, which are almost like an Indian dosa stuffed with prawns and pork. Delicious. And when I was there, one night there was no com ga, so I had a Vietnamese roast chicken. Again, there's just something about the food in Vietnam. It's incredible. It's so simple, so flavorful, and none of it is really spicy, so I enjoyed it. Like, they give you all the spice on the side. So we actually made 2 trips to Morning Glory. In fact, we wanted to make a trip back to Miss Lee's, but unfortunately one of the days that we were there and we did go back, it was the Dragon Festival, so Miss Lee's was shut. We in fact even tried the Khao Lao at Morning Glory, but Miss Lee's was the winner by a clear margin, and Dipti was quite disappointed that she didn't get to have that a second time. Now, on my quest for chicken rice, I found a place called Ba Bui, which is basically on TripAdvisor as the highest rated place for chicken rice. It was very good, but I don't know, I feel like I didn't order the right chicken rice, because I mean there is only one chicken rice, but they also seem to have a version where they give you a full leg of chicken and rice separately. And we also had chicken rice on a street food cart in Old Town, and honestly I think Morning Glory wins all the way through, because price wise the street food ones were also not cheap, and I don't know, I guess maybe we got gypped a little bit because we were tourists, but I don't know, I still think I need to find the perfect restaurant for com ga in Hoi An. And finally we had another run-in with the banh mi, this time at a place called Madam Queen's, and this banh mi was delicious. It was also different from the one that we had in Saigon. This one had egg in it. It did not have 5 different kinds of salamis, but instead it had like a minced pork in it, and honestly it was fantastic. But I think we were still reeling from the one we had at Saigon, which hands down is the winner of the best banh mi award. So yeah, so this is all the food that we ate in Hoi An. Then we moved over to An Bang, which is the beach area, and I already told you about the hotel there. Now at the beach, there are a lot of shacks, and a lot of people will try to bring you in and, you know, show you live seafood and this and that. And to be really honest, a lot of them are not that great. We in fact had dinner at one of those places called Tuyet, where we had some deep fried spring rolls, some calamari, and then we said we got to get out of here because that was just not happening. Food was not up to the mark. It was our only bad meal, and I wouldn't even say it was horrible, but after the quality of food we had eaten, it was definitely not up to standard. Now we found this place called the Deck House at An Bang, and it is a little pricey, but oh my god, it is the best place over there. The food is incredible. They have a fantastic selection of craft beers, which is why we went there. I got a Magna cider. And we tried a lot of food over there, the salt pepper squid, their ban seo, and they give you these amazing chips. And since I was not on keto, I could eat chips. When I say chips, I mean french fries, or those thick cut real potato things. And another restaurant that we visited there was the An Bang Beach Village, which is a place that actually has a cooking class available if you're interested. But we had some fried rice there, we had some grilled seafood which was very good, we had some of those scallops, the ones that we had in Saigon, but the ones in Saigon were better. Also another nice surprise was that we found this place called the Hill Station in Old Town, where we basically got Pasture Brewery's Jasmine IPA, so that was like a regular place we would visit before and after meals so we could grab a beer. And we didn't really eat much food there, but it was a beautiful place, and the staff was very friendly, and they give you these yummy yam chips with all your beer. So that was another place that we frequented while we were here. So that's pretty much everything we ate and did in Hoi An and An Bang. If you want to see the next episode of this vlog, give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Cheers and keep traveling.